we're equal to the degree that we need to be. But no, that's not what I'm talking about.
Don't you want equality in your household?
No.
Okay.
But I need you to be more submissive. Say it or I'm going to say it.
You're going to say it.
Okay. Welcome to episode 3 of The Positive Spin. Last night we were having a conversation about traits that we prefer in one another and just in... Okay, gotcha.
Brain stop
Ready?
working.
No. Welcome to episode 3 of The Positive Spin. Last night we were having a conversation about traits that we prefer in one another and just partners in general. And then a light bulb went off in my head that would be a great episode.
So we're going to call it Relationship Non-Negotiables.
Relationship Non-Negotiables. This is going to be fun.
Strap in.
So we've been together for close to 10 years now, and we've learned a lot about each other and ourselves. And I feel like we pretty much know everything about one another. And there are a few traits, in Christina in particular, that I've come to really adore and that I don't believe I would be able to accept if another person did not have those particular traits.
Wow. I'm really curious. But yeah, so we came up with these few non-negotiables and we're going to share with each other and with you guys.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoy it. And then we hope perhaps you guys can start looking in your relationships and figure out what your non-negotiables are. It's good to have standards, right?
Or future relationships.
Or future
If
relationships.
you're single, something that is important
Well,
too.
you don't have to be single. You could be in a relationship and you got future, right? Most people, yeah.
I guess.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Most people are going to have a future relationship. You know, 50% of marriages, you know what I mean? Why don't you go first?
Why do I always gotta go first?
Because you're the woman. Ladies first.
Whatever. I came up with a few, but I didn't want to be too much, I guess. So we'll start with the top. Well, at least the first thing that came to mind.
Okay.
Honesty and integrity. What I wrote in parentheses. Phone privileges.
Okay.
So I want to be able to just grab the phone and, read through messages or be nosy, and you're comfortable with that. Because if you have nothing to hide, there's no reason for you to not share your phone with the other person. Right?
Sure.
Now, unless there's a birth date. If there's a birth date and you're trying to keep something a secret, then, you can communicate that with your significant other. But... which we do oftentimes. Yeah, but day-to-day stuff, you shouldn't be holding your phone hostage.
I agree.
I think that's just... I don't know.
I agree. In a strong, committed relationship, I don't believe there should be any sort of hiding of phones. However, on the flip side, people are entitled to some modicum of privacy. And it's not because they want to do anything wrong with it, but it gives them a sense of agency and a sense of self. But
I don't know. Once you're married, there's really not much personal stuff that you
that's
can
true.
hold for yourself.
That's true. And I don't mind it. Obviously, I have nothing to hide.
Well, you agree, basically.
I do agree. I think our relationship is unique. But it could be a sort of a general trait of partners who respect one another and who trust one another, where they just share that. And it's no big deal because obviously there's nothing.
Yeah, and you can put it on the flip side and be like, if there's trust in our relationship, why do you need to look over my phone kind of thing?
Yeah.
I don't view it that way. I'm not looking over his phone because I don't trust him. I look over his phone because usually he will have some sort of commitment that he forgot about.
Yeah.
And I need to remind him.
Or you're bored.
Or I'm bored and I got nothing going on in my life, so I'm going to look in what's going on in his life. Well, his phone.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my thought on
That's
it.
a non-negotiable for you.
Yes.
But that's
I
just
don't
an
like
example
secrets. That's
with
an
the trust
example.
and integrity.
Yes, I don't like secrets.
Okay.
If we are together, we are a family, so trust, honesty is up there.
Okay. That's two, but I got you.
It's whatever.
I'm
one thing, okay?
I'm down. I'm down with it.
If you're honest with me, I will trust you. You know?
Yeah.
It's together.
Okay. So I knew you were going to be kind of boring with yours. So I decided to go in a different direction with mine. I came up with 3 and a bonus one, okay?
Okay.
But I'll give you my first one.
Okay.
My first one is I need my partner to be sensible. And that's basically, I need you to be a practical person. I need you to be able to understand in situations where you might not be right, or there might be something that you can learn in that situation, and you're willing to actually go that far instead of remaining stoic and, I don't want to go so far as to say bigoted, but remaining stoic and firm in your opinion, even in the face of evidence that you are to the contrary, of evidence that you are wrong.
So you want somebody that will listen to you.
No, not necessarily, because I consider myself to be a very pragmatic or sensible person. I'm 100% willing to change my opinion on a variety of different topics. As a matter of fact, we detailed that in the last episode, just with the personality tests that we took. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'm 100% willing to move on certain topics, especially if I feel it's important to you and it's something where I need to just kind of take the back seat on, and you're like, oh, yeah, let's go that way. And so, yeah, I consider myself to be extremely sensible, and I require that in you.
Do you think you got that?
Yeah, so the 4 non-negotiables, I picked 3 non-negotiables and then 1 add-on, which is really a 4th non-negotiable. I feel like you embody all 4 of them, yeah.
What can I say? So the next one is respect. I feel like in order to be in a comfortable relationship, strong relationship, you have to have respect for each other. Mm-hmm. So even if you don't agree on everything, you don't have to impose your own beliefs on somebody because you believe less of them. Mm-hmm. Respect is huge. Uh-huh. What else should I say? I think respect is such a strong word that encompasses many things.
Okay, fair enough. Again, I decided to go in a different direction. Now, all of my non-negotiables, they sort of work together in unison, and one of them might not be all that important to certain people by themselves, by like itself, but I believe all of them together kind of create the type of person that I see myself spending the rest of my life with. So my second one is funny, but it's actually creativity. I can't see myself with someone long term if they're not a generally creative person. If they're not someone who has sort of put their mind to a topic, a task, or a skill in their life and taken that to heights that most normal people don't reach, and it doesn't have to be part of your career, and it doesn't have to be something that you become like a master in, but I need to see that you're capable of thinking outside of the box. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I'm still trying to understand it. So let's put it in perspective. Mm-hmm. Do you view me as a creative person? And what exactly is creative about me?
Well, as I said, all of my non-negotiables, I believe you embody. Okay. When I say creative, I don't mean like savvy or like a MacGyver or quick-witted. That's not. I'm not saying that that's not you, but that's not a non-negotiable of mine, right? I'm talking about someone who can view the world from a lens that isn't always as logical as I view the world, right? That's what I'm.
Dreamer.
Yes, exactly. I want somebody that can sort of be the dreamer for me, right? Because
I can do that.
I'm super I'm a super pragmatic person, and I'm kind of formulaic with the way that I do things. It's like I know what works in life, and I go for that. I do that. Like I work, right? I know I'm good at something, so I do it. I do it. I do it. Whereas I want you to sort of be the conduit for all of our dreams, and to keep that alive for the family.
Sometimes a little too much.
Give me your next one.
The next one actually is what made me choose you or focus on you.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Just go. I know what it is.
A responsible person.
Oh no!
You didn't think about that?
No, that's not what I was. That's not what I was thinking.
I need somebody that is responsible. That means, a hard worker, responsible financially, responsible with his words.
That's a good one.
Right?
That's a good one.
Right. Yeah. Even when you were...
Or what is it? Slay, queen.
Oh, shut up.
You know? Go ahead.
Even when you were 20...
What, 21 or 22? When did we meet? Were you 22? I was 21. You were 23.
You must have been
23. Yeah, I must have been 23.
Yes. Comparing you with every other 23-year-old, you still are learning and you got your flaws, but as a 23-year-old, I remember whenever you would show up, I would feel so much more safe. Because I knew you were responsible. You were not about to go and do some crazy things.
Oh, yeah, I remember those times.
So, yeah.
Okay.
It's a big one.
Yeah, so, and obviously, all of your non-negotiables, I'm right there with you. I sort of have those same non-negotiables, but I did want to make it a little bit more interesting. So, the third one, and here's the controversial one. Drum roll. Schmooky time. No, I'm just kidding. My third non-negotiable, and let me explain.
Okay.
But I need you to be more submissive than dominant. I believe relationships work best when there's a nice balance between partners, and
so you were talking about Schmooky time.
No, not at all. Not at all. No, this has nothing to do with the bedroom.
I know.
Nothing to do with the bedroom. We both know that, and I'm sure you're on the exact same wavelength as I am, but we both know that I am no fan of drama, especially in my house. I would never knowingly disrespect you in any way, especially in public. And because of that, I need assurances that that's not what I'm going to have to deal with in life. I need the assurance that in my house, we're going to be focused on peace, and we're going to be focused on pushing the family as one unit forward instead of continuously butting heads about just the things that go on in our life. And so it helps if you're not pumped up with testosterone and ready to argue, ready to fight, ready to, kick me out of my own house because, we had a disagreement.
So you need more of a relaxed person. But I feel like submissive is like a trigger word, kind of. Don't you want equality in your household?
No,
you don't want equality.
I don't. No, we are equal to the degree that we need to be.
It's going to be the next episode, equality.
Yeah, we're equal to the degree that we need to be. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. I don't really care about like controversy. I don't feel like every woman in the world needs to be a submissive type. I don't care about that. But with regards to my relationships, yes, if we are going to have a long-term relationship, I need someone who can trust me to lead the ship and be more of a support player.
And not trying to take over?
However you want to say it. I don't feel like it's necessary or conducive to a functioning relationship if the spouse is challenging
the head of the house. You just want to be the head of the house, which you are. So
and because of that, I have my own responsibilities. I take them very seriously. I show massive respect and I expect that exact same in return.
We can make a separate video about women. I
think that would be a good conversation to be
women
had.
role in a marriage, or
Yes,
something along those lines.
And
Or not
everyone's
just women role, but just
roles in general.
Roles in general,
Yeah,
yes.
and everyone's marriage is going to be different to a certain degree. However, there is a formula that works. I'm going to go ahead and give you my fourth one.
Okay.
Just because it's more of a bonus, and I didn't have it, but I didn't have it as a non-negotiable, but I do think it's very important. And that's just having a sense of humor.
You see, and you say that I don't have a sense of humor.
Nope. That's not what I say.
You say
I
I'm
say
not
you're
funny.
not funny.
I am
There's
funny.
a difference.
What does that mean?
There's a difference. You have a sense of humor. You know
so
what's funny.
I laugh at your jokes, but I
that's
can't
not
make
it.
jokes.
No, that's not it. You can identify things that are funny. You're just not very good at making things funny. That's all.
That's not true.
Why we got to go into this accusatory
I am
situation?
a funny person.
No, it's not. You can be funny at times. You just not everything hits. You know what I mean? And you hit at a lower rate. You know. Then, but humor. Why you had to do this? Can I tell you?
No, you can't.
Can I tell you what I find? Can I tell you about my fourth non-negotiable, my bonus non-negotiable, and it's humor. I need someone who can laugh, not only at a joke, but at themselves at time. I need someone to be able to see the humor in the human experience, because everybody's got their problems, right? Everyone goes through stuff, and you can either falter as a result of that, or you can pick yourself up, laugh at, that unfortunate situation that you went through, and learn from it, and then do better. And I feel like the way to do that, the best way to go through life, is to be able to laugh at it.
I agree, but I'm still a funny person.
You have a sense of humor.
I'm funny.
You're the one said, but you always say I don't. Go.
All right. Okay. Whatever. I'm funny. My fourth non-negotiable is I need to be with somebody that is confident. Yes, I need somebody that is confident, that will take the reins, that will be the head of the household, and I can feel safe with them. I'm not a very confident person. I don't think I am, at least.
Yeah, you're a pretty neurotic person, and that's just you're in touch with your emotions, and sometimes I feel like you allow your emotions to get in the way of certain decisions that would be best handled in a logical manner. And
yeah, I overthink a lot and I question a lot, but you are more of a confident make decisions guy. Yeah, I need somebody confident. That's important for me. Of course, there's many more non-negotiables that I wrote down that are important for me. However, we will keep it short.
How many more non-negotiables do you have? A non-negotiable is a trait that you absolutely have to have in a person in order for a relationship to work.
Yes, sir. Many.
Many, huh?
Yes.
There you go.
Case.
I rest my case,
Whatever.
Your Honor.
What
Women.
case? We're picky. That's fine.
That's it. She said it, not me.
We're choosy. That's good. It's good to be choosy.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to spend your life with them.
So those were our non-negotiables. I hope y'all enjoyed them. I hope y'all.
You better.
So those
enjoy
were our
negotiables.
Zip it. We got
I'm
potatoes.
funny.
Booba, do you want the potatoes to be mashed potatoes by the time we get downstairs?
You're not making mashed potatoes?
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I gotta go. So those were our non-negotiables. And just as a disclaimer, those are the qualities and traits that we require in our relationship. They do not reflect our views on the world or how we feel like the world should operate. Obviously, everybody gets to have their own opinions, and everybody has their own non-negotiables that they have for their relationships, which might be the exact opposite of ours. And we respect that. And we welcome y'all to share them with us. We're very curious what you guys' non-negotiables are for your relationships.
And now we have one word that we think is important in the marriage. Conciliatory. Did I say it right?
Yes. And what does that mean, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh gosh. I actually just found out about this word yesterday or last night, really. So from my understanding is you will be explaining it.
Okay, so being conciliatory is basically being able to find a solution between two groups that are bickering with one another or having a dispute. Finding a solution.
In which both sides end up happy, basically.
Yeah,
So
and no
what's
hard feelings are.
Yes. So it's important to compromise or be able to compromise with each other. So these are our 4 non-negotiables. Of course, yours might be different, so leave them down below in the comments. We are really curious to see what other people's non-negotiables in a relationship. Boom, bop, ding.
Thank you for watching. Let me do it.
You can kiss my
Let
booty.
me do it.
You're so annoying.
Approaching different situations and experiences. That's gotta be like one of my, you know what I mean? It's too much. I think it's perfect.
I got a dream.
Nobody's gonna know that reference.
Now, what do you mean? It's a huge song. You better know. Let us know if you know that song.
That was our question.
Is it?
Yes. That is. Okay.
Boom shakalaka. So these are our
Slowly.
stubborn people will not make good.
Good what? Partners?
Yes.
All right. Brain broke for a second. But we back online. We just had to reboot. Yeah, she back. She's like.
Okay, I don't think people will get what you're talking about.
Okay, you're back. That is